Good morning all. I am Dr. Priyank from Central Potato Research Station, Ooty. Today I am presenting my presentation on characterization of entomopathogenic nematode Stenonema cholashanens from Nilgiri Hills of India and its biological control potential against potato tuber moth under the theme Biodiversity, Environmental Health and Climate Change Threats. Coming to the introduction of this topic, potato is the third most important food crop in the world after rice and wheat. It has a potential role in improving human health due to the presence of several nutritional attributes such as phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, dietary fibers, etc. Therefore, it is also called as wholesome food crop or nutritional depository also. India is the second largest producer of potato in the world after China. According to the Vision 2050 of CPRI, ICR CPRI, we projected a total of 122 million tons of potato requirement for 2050, which is approximately 75 million tons more than the present potato production. So this huge target can be achieved by enhancing the productivity potential of the crop as well as by reducing the yield losses caused by several biotic and abiotic stresses. Among the biotic stresses, insect pests, nematodes and diseases cause nearly 37% of the yield losses. Among the insect pests, potato tuber moth is one of the major pests in the stores, which is causing approximately 100% yield losses. You can see the damage caused by potato tuber moth. In India, it has been reported from different parts. So recently it has gained the status of emerging pest problem in Nilgiri Hills, which is one of the 8 biodiversity hottest hotspot of the world. This is one of the oldest potato growing region of our country also, and potato here in Nilgiris, potato can be grown throughout the year. This is the only place in the world. So until now, for the control of this PTM, the farmers are mainly relied upon the chemical insecticides that are harmful to the environment as well as soil biodiversity of Nilgiri biosphere. So there is an urgent need for eco-friendly and alternative control strategies for the management of this pest. So biological control is among the strategies which is having one of the most viable and which is one of the safer options. So among the biological control agents, entomopathogenic nematodes, so the nematodes which are pathogenic to insects are very much suitable for the control of this particular pathogen. So this is the general life cycle of these entomopathogenic nematodes. So infective juveniles, they will penetrate the host, release the bacteria associated with them, and then bacteria will kill the host, and on the bacterial produce these nematodes will multiply. Finally nematodes will emerge from the dead cadaver after completion of their life cycle. But the success of any biological control agent is mainly dependent on environmental factors. Here therefore, in generally when we are going or we are thinking about biological control agent, we are thinking that we should have a species or a strain which should be of native to the particular local environment or which is adapted to that local environment. So I told earlier that Nilgiri is one of the biodiversity hotspot. Still up to now there were no any report of any EPN species. So this study, in the present study, we have made some efforts first to identify or isolation and characterization of native strain of EPN, and then after identification of this EPN, we have used this EPN strain for knowing the biological control potential in potato tuber moth. Coming to the first part of the study, that is isolation and characterization, where we have done this survey in 2017-18. Around 150 samples were collected and baited with the last instar of greater wax moth. Then from this dead Galleria melonella, we have extracted the entomopathogenic nematode, which is further subjected for identification by morphological, morphometric as well as molecular way. Then in morphological identification, the morphological identification has been done in two ways, that is the light microscope as well as under scanning electron microscopy. You can see the photos depicting the typical character of Stenonema cholashanens. Further, morphometric characters was done for first generation males, females as well as infective juveniles. More than 20 characters were taken into consideration, and again the same were matching to Stenonema cholashanens. Finally, we have confirmed the identity of this nematode using molecular tools that is ITS region of rDNA. Then we have obtained the 735 base pair amplicon, which was sequenced and submitted to the NCBI database. This is the phylogenetic tree relationship among the 24 species, nearby species of Stenonema. So our study, the first part of our study concludes that based on all these morphological, morphometrics and molecular characters, the Stenonema species identified has been identified as Stenonema cholashanens. We have renamed it as, the isolate has been named as CPRS US01, as the isolate has been collected from the soil samples of Central Potato Research Station, Udagamandalam. Therefore, this name has been given. And surprisingly to our knowledge, this is the first report of Stenonema cholashanens from India, and this is the first report of any EPN from Nilgiris. Coming to the second part, that is biological control potential. So here bioefficacy of this nematode we have evaluated on potato tuber moth, 4th instar larva and pupal stages. So this is the general methodology. The larval mortality study shows that the higher doses, that is 80 and 100 infective juveniles per larva, give the 100% mortality within second day, whereas 40 IJs per larva took 4 days to kill 100% of potato tuber moth. So this is one of the lowest dose of any EPN to kill this particular potato tuber moth. So our isolate is too much virulent for the 4th instar larva. These are the photographs of dead potato tuber moth after 4th and after 12th day. You can see the little bit nematodes at the nearby this particular dead larva. Now the pupal mortality. We have the pupa is one of the toughest and hard stage of the insect life cycle. Still, our isolate can cause around 30% mortality in the pupa also. So this is the good attribute. So our isolate is very much virulent for larva, and to some extent it is virulent to pupa also. In case of penetration and reproduction with potato tuber moth, earlier studies, they have not done any penetration or reproduction studies, which is very much important attribute for the successful biological control agent. So we have done penetration, and then we have received very good results with the 4.25 to 8.25% penetration, whereas in the reproduction part, approximately 600 IJs per mg larval weight we got the reproduction, means from if we are making it average, it is approximately 600, whereas maximum was observed with 702, that is in 100 IJs per larva of potato. So I would like to conclude my presentation, which is exactly matching to the theme of this conference, that is biodiversity, environmental health and climate change threats, where due to the changing climatic scenario, the new pests are adapting to the new areas, like PTM adapted to Nilgiris. For the control of this particular PTM, we have conducted a survey and isolated an EPN strain which is native to this particular area, and this is the first report of that particular strain from India as well as from Nilgiris. So this shows the biodiversity of our country, and by using this particular strain, we found that this particular strain is very much highly virulent against PTM larva, and with higher reproduction capacity, which shows that by using this particular strain we can save our environment by avoiding the chemical insecticides. So in future, the further experiments are required to know the real potential of this particular strain in field conditions, and finally compatibility studies of this particular strain can be evaluated with other biocontrol agents as well as other agrochemicals to use this particular strain in integrated pest management of this particular potato tuber moth. So thank you so much for patiently listening to my presentation. So thank you one and all. Thank you so much.